Jersey, the best replica shirts in the game, and we've got a discount code to bring to you today, 8% off for any shirt that you order on okjersey.com.
They have shirts from all 48 nations competing in the World Cup. So if you're looking for any replica shirts for any team at the World Cup, go to okjersey.com. And if you use our code WRTTV, you get 8% discounts on all shirts.
And it's not just World Cup shirts, it's not just England shirts. You can get any shirts as well, from Spurs shirts, the current shirts. Next season, they'll have next season shirts. They'll also have retro shirts as well. So if you like the old retro shirts from the 90s, from the 2000s, anytime that you want, OK Jersey have got you covered.
So go to okjersey.com and use our code WRTTV for 8%.
Sponsored by...
Yes, people, it's your boy Ashmatic and Himifi inside the We Are Tottenham TV studios, giving you an instant match reaction to the Chelsea versus Tottenham game, the penultimate game, the most important game. We needed a win or at best a draw, at least a draw. We managed to lose 2-1, full time, 90 minutes have gone past, and we are where we are, man. It's a horrible feeling. This was a game we desperately needed something, and now we are leaving it to the last day of the season to stay in the league. Himifi, talk me through it, man. How do you feel, first of all?
This is the worst day ever. This is up there. It's definitely up there as one of the worst days ever. Obviously, them becoming champions as well. Hearing it outside the studio throughout the whole second half.
Yeah, it was horrible. I couldn't believe it. I didn't expect that.
Straight
I didn't
away.
anticipate that. Yeah.
It's like a zombie apocalypse.
But yeah, talk to me about the game, second half. What your thoughts? How did you feel?
I feel like he deserved it way too long. And that's what happened. We got we could see the second goal. I was saying it before it happened. Where's the subs? I was saying on the 60th minute, or 56th minute, because nothing changed for those 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But cool, 60th minute, still nothing's changed. And it took till the 67th minute, but we conceded because of Colin Mawani mistake, which is obviously, I don't know if he can play next game after that, because that's just cost us the point, really.
Yeah. So you'd say for now he should be dropped because he's got.
We look better with Spence on the left wing.
Yeah, let's face it, he hasn't got a future here, so
No.
he hasn't got to spare any feelings. We just got to stay in the league. So if he is to be dropped, then yeah, I wouldn't be mad at it. But yeah, so let's go for it, man. Obviously, we were losing 1-0 into that second half. We came in, and they got the second goal, as you said, off the back of pass back, was it?
Yeah,
a
from
pass
Mawani,
back from
very
Mawani.
poor.
And yeah, they punished us. It felt like that. The punishment was in slow motion almost.
Yeah,
I could just see it. I could just see it going in, like, and it just happened. I was just like,
I was saying it's the worst time, especially the subs about to come on.
yeah, it's devastating.
And we scored straight away when the subs came on.
Yeah, and imagine Van der Ven's face. That told a picture in itself.
He was so mad.
Yeah.
I've never seen him that angry.
Yeah, he looked very upset, man. But it was poor. We were so open as well. The way he cut through us, able to attack us and then get that goal. But listen. You stood by your man. You stood by your boy, and we managed to get a goal.
We got a goal back.
Yeah.
It
Talk
wasn't
me through Richarlison's goal, man.
I mean, it was excellent. It came from Van der Ven, actually, fizzing the ball right into Spence. Yeah. Who cut right between. I can't remember who it was, but it was in the gap. Then Spence handles it well, keeps the ball, cuts in.
Dribbles inside.
Yeah, and then he passes it all the way outside to, I think, Porro.
Yeah.
I think it was. And then Porro and Tell were just interchanging beautifully.
Yeah.
Then Tell crossed it in Sarr, and it's sort of a lovely backheel pass.
Jeez, loved
and then
it.
Richarlison's right there, open
Beautiful
goal.
Beautiful goal. And you were saying in that goal, did Sarr mean the back heel?
Yeah, I don't know if he did. I need to see it back.
Yeah, did he back heel it for that to score a goal, or did he back heel it to pass it? And I said, pass it. I was just being romantic. He meant that. He meant that. Of course he did. But yeah, real talk, I'm not too sure. I don't know. Either way, I don't care, because Richie was in the right position, and we did speak about having a player in that right position.
Yeah.
Richarlison just needs to be fed. He didn't have many chances.
No, he didn't have many chances.
Before that, though, there was a chance that came in, but luckily it was offside.
Offside, yeah.
And he heads it wide, and we're like, what are you doing? But yeah, again, Tell on that right-hand side, being effective, playing on a stronger foot, being able to cross in. That left side, I think the dynamic is, or the idea behind it is that he cuts inside on his stronger foot and shoots. But we haven't seen that quite much. And the chance that he did have, he kind of skied it. It went to Rose and he kind of leant back. So
Obviously, we had his header in the first half as well, which is the post.
Yeah.
But we were looking good in the game, the first
Yeah,
20
yeah,
minutes. And then it just went downhill from then.
I think Tell hasn't really had a chance on that right hand side. There was a game he played against Fulham, I remember, back. A little way back. And he played on the right hand side. Yeah, it might have been Ange. And he looked decent on the right. And then, like, I think did he score a goal? I think he scored against Fulham.
I think he
From the right hand side. And I was like, we should play him more often. But obviously, we had Odobert, that's on the right. And so he never featured there again. And then obviously, we bought Kudos, of course.
And we had
Johnson as well. So he had no chance. But I think it might be the right shout, for being totally honest.
In terms of for Everton, I think you look at it and I feel like you have to play Sarr.
Yeah.
In midfield. I think he changed the game. Not even for his pass. I just mean there in the midfield, he looked much better.
Yeah, we were saying like
at
half time that something needed to change, something needed to give the energy. We were going through the dynamics, the different profiles, different options we could use in that particular position, what we were missing, and we came up with Sarr, and the manager saw the same thing. The Zerbi saw the same thing.
But he saw it too late.
Yeah.
And he took way too long to do it, and that's what's frustrating. Because we even spoke about it as well, and putting Tell on the right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's exactly what he did. It was too late, and it's a shame. I'm worried, to be honest.
Yeah. It's coming down to the last game, and to be honest with you, Moyes is a well-seasoned coach.
Plus former West Ham.
I was just about to say that. So he might have a bit of to him, he's gonna see it as, another game. He needs to win, get the 3 points. It's gonna be no excuses.
Because they're going for Europe.
They're not gonna be asking for any favors. I mean,
Since their season ain't done, they still want to get Europe. That's why. So they want to win.
There's an outside chance they could get it.
It just feels like Dr. Tottenham again in terms of Chelsea on a horrible run, Everton a horrible run.
Yeah. I mean, Chelsea couldn't buy a win,
Exactly.
I couldn't tell you the last time they won, but they won that pretty much, they won that. There's no excuses from us. I mean, we was poor defending, in my opinion, on that first goal. Acres of space. It was a mistake from a doggy in that.
It's two errors from us. That's it.
And they punished us. And then the pass. This is the thing. Like when you're playing a game like this, you need to be concentrating, to be focused. We had no excuses because we had the 8 days of training. They only had 3. So we really couldn't look at ourselves. We could only blame ourselves. But yeah, we all have it to do this Sunday against Everton at home, where we don't have a great record this season. And we'll be playing the same time as West Ham. So it will be nerve-wracking. It will be indeed. But look, it's not over. There's still things that can be done. And yeah, we just need to look forward now. There's no point looking back. In terms of that Chelsea game, I felt at some point, we could maybe right our wrongs in this game. It felt like, this could be our chance. And then as soon as that goal went in, it just changed everything, in my opinion. It just looked like Chelsea were back. And then we were back to our old selves. You know what I mean? All that hard work the Zerbi had been doing. Another loss is just not what we needed right now. First loss since Sunderland, since he's come back in the job.
Yeah.
Not happy hunting ground, as you all know, man. But it is what it is right now. Like I said, guys, if you do have any opinions, we are here for a short time, so make sure you get yourselves down, man, and you get your voice heard, and let us hear what you said. Last thing I want to say as well, because there was another incident about the penalty situation. Talk me through that, man. What happened there?
I was so confused by it because it just looked like a Stonewall pen in terms of he literally just dragged down Van der Ven. And I guess that's what the players were complaining about at the end of the game. Maddison and Van der Ven were fuming. They were so angry going to the referee at the end of the game. And the referee straight away went and booked Richarlison. And Richarlison on the replay, he did nothing. He was running away. Yeah. So I'm so confused. I actually want an explanation because I do not get it at all.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. I thought maybe he was what's it called? I thought he was because he said something to the ref. Mm-hmm. But he's just saying no.
He was so quick to go give it to Richarlison. I don't understand that. I don't know if the replay just doesn't show something, but
yeah, I don't know.
Could look like a pen.
It would have been interesting if we had like a camera on the ref. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we could hear what they're saying and the thought process behind it. But the fact that all of the Spurs players ran up to the ref tells
the
me
same
something's
thing.
not right. You know, something's
Again.
not right.
Like every single week.
And they made them retake it as well, so it wasn't like it just didn't make sense.
Yeah, because it wasn't like a foul and then they gave it to the other team. They made them retake the free kick.
Yeah, there's questions there. There's questions to be had. But as we said before the game, Spurs haven't won a penalty the whole season.
Yeah.
So it's only us and Aston Villa, right?
Yeah, I think
They're
so.
the two teams.
Yeah.
Obviously Villa in Champions League, so
Yeah.
I'm not going to use that excuse too much. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's not looking good at all, man. The only thing I will say is, well, I said it before, the front line, it's not looking good at all, man.
No.
And Paulinho, I know people love him, but it's not one of his better games this game, in my opinion, from what I saw.
No, he let us down.
I just thought like in that game he needs a little bit more. Played it safe a lot of time, a lot of
But
lot of
also,
short
tackling,
passes.
he lost the ball a lot. And
Yeah.
his passing as well. That's the problem.
Yeah, this is it.
You can't be safe and then also lose the ball whilst being safe. You can't. It makes no sense.
Pick a struggle, like, you know.
Innit? Like, I get if he's like a playmaker.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
not. You're
Yeah.
playing safe passes and going back. You can't still have like a worse pass accuracy than the 10.
Yeah, this is it. But we don't really have a 10 because Gallagher's there, and I don't think Gallagher has his best game either.
No,
if I'm being
but
totally
I think
honest.
he just couldn't really get the ball. He couldn't
He
do
was
anything.
just-
He couldn't get the ball.
I think the emotion and the occasion got to him a little bit because he was just on it. You know what I'm saying? Well, we do have our first caller in. Are we ready to have our first call? Yeah? Cool. We've got Nate Dogg on the other line. What's happening, Nate?
Oh,
Can you hear
this is killing me. I'm dying slowly,
You're dying slowly, yeah?
but surely. Guys, I don't know what to say. I mean, I buzzed my head like 4 months ago, and I don't think we won back-to-back games since then. Look how much hair I have now. Like,
Jeez.
it's honest to God, man. Like, I honestly don't even know where to begin. Just a really flat middle part of this game, and honest. Like, this game was drawable. This game was winnable. Like, Chelsea were not good today at all. They were not good today. Neither were we, but we're never good any week. So it's just kind of what.
Who was like to blame for this particular game, and you thought like,
Colomwani.
Marnie's your guy.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Watch the second goal back. He plays one of the worst passes I've ever had the displeasure of watching. For my club. That was, if you guys can hear something outside, sorry, it's really raining where I am. Kind of like
cool.
my mood outside. But
Better than where we are right now, trust me.
yeah, it's just guys, he misplays, he tries to play a simple ball back to Bentancur in the middle of the field. And it's just such a bad pass that it goes all the way through. And it's almost like a through ball to Palmer. It's hilarious if you watch back. It sets them away and then they're able to score. But the first goal I missed, I was in the bathroom, but I saw it back. I feel like Kinski maybe could have gone a bit earlier, but again, he made a super stop after that, so can't really complain about him too much. But again, I think this game's just come down to mental errors at the end of the day. I think this game is very winnable today.
Yeah. Who was your like star boy? Who was like the person that you thought, he made the difference for us? I mean, you said the game was winnable. Did anyone stand out in that sense?
I thought Richarlison was excellent. I thought he was really good going forward. I think he pressed really well. Some of the best pressing I've seen him do in a very long time, especially when you consider he didn't train much this week and he was very tired. So I think he did very well there. But I've had to move because I can barely hear you guys in the rain. But I thought he was pretty good today. I thought Tell did what he could. Obviously, for chance he had in the first half was pretty good. Trying to create the best he could, but at the end of the day, just nowhere real good enough. And I thought Pape Sarr and Madison, when they came on, made a big difference too.
Definitely, man. Moving forward, would you want to see Madison and Sarr start in a role if they were fit enough? Or do you think we should go for that same midfield going into the final game of the season?
Again, I think it's a heads or tails one, really. I could see it going both ways, but I think if Madison's fit enough, you've got to play him. Kick Gallagher out to the right or kick somebody out to the right. Maybe Spence out there or maybe play Porro ahead and Spence at the back. I can't see Colomwani play. I can't. I'll straight up not watch one of the most important games in our history. I won't watch if he's playing on the right wing. It's not his fault. He's not a winner, but he's a French international, and I do not understand why he is so bad. It baffles me. It's embarrassing that someone like that is playing for a club as big as us. He's nowhere near the level he should be. And yeah, it's honestly a disgrace, really. So, in regards to the midfield, I think if Madison's fit, you've got to play him. I didn't think Palhinha had the strongest of games today. I thought Bentancur was kind of mediocre. I thought Sarr was excellent. I think the midfield on the final day, if I'm being quite honest, I think you can maybe sub Palhinha in if you need to defend a lead. But I think you got to go score the first goal against Everton next week because they're going to still play for Europe. They're not going to roll over and let us win this one. But same to be said about West Ham, though. Like, you're not going to see Leeds roll over and say, go ahead, go beat us. They didn't do it for us. They're not going to do it for them either. So I think you got to play Bentancur and Sarr, and I think Madison and Gallagher. I think that's what I would do. But again, I'm not the coach for a reason.
Yeah, Hera, you said about Kinski diving slow out. Are you still confident that he should be our number one going into the summer? Or do you think we should look to upgrade?
I'm not as fond of him as everybody else. Being a goalie myself, I know what it's like to have a stinker roll by you. And I especially know what it's like being the loneliest position on the field. Being a goalkeeper is the hardest position in any sport in the world. No one else besides other goalkeepers truly know what it's like to be in your position. So me being sympathetic, I absolutely understand the difficulty of that night in Madrid. But I got to be honest, I think everybody, since he's had a couple of above average performances since then, people have gone to attach to this idea that he's a hero and that he's coming back from the story and that look at this kid, he's come back from all the adversity. But is he that good? No. Would I want to keep him? Because I still think he needs time to develop because he's still very young. Listen, I'm not calling him a bad player. I'm just not calling him a great player yet. Yet is the key word there. So I would definitely keep him. I think a more experienced goalie needs to come in this summer, if I'm going to be quite honest. Somebody who's a bit better with their feet. I think Truben from Benfica would be an excellent choice in that regard that would play the Zerbi system well. Good shot stopper, good to great, I'd say, with his feet, can make a few good plays. So I think that's what it's got to be. But I don't think any of the goals tonight were on Kinski. I'm just saying that in the grand scheme of things. For anybody in the chat, for the record, I am not saying that Kinski's a bad player. I love the fact that he came back from that adversity. All I'm saying is he's not ready yet. He's going to be a future number one. I just wouldn't say going into next season.
I'd probably sign Trafford.
Would you?
Yeah.
I don't know about Trafford, if I'm going to be honest. There's been, I feel like Trafford has I feel like the big games get to him a little bit. You didn't really see it in the cup, but I just recall back to the game against us, and I remember he had a few really poor passes and kind of a few lapses of concentration that day. And I've tuned into a few City games, and he just doesn't look too reliable to me.
Last question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Penalty.
Yes.
Talk to me.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the fact that the ball's in the air, and if you're going to call the Newcastle one where we went away to St. James's as a headlock on Bentancur when he was the one being tackled, if you're going to give that as a penalty, I have no clue why that one wasn't. Real quick, I'm going to go on a rant. Listen, it's a tough day. It is downpouring outside. I've got 4 tests tomorrow. It's a tough night already. And then the fact that Arsenal have gone and won the lead because City can't close, on top of us not being able to get it done. Like, my anxiety's through the roof already. But I got to be honest, the officiating against us in particular, but even as a whole in the Prem season this year, has been nothing short of disgraceful. The amount of times that VAR have had to tweet out saying, look, we were wrong, we messed up, that shouldn't have happened. They've done it more times than I can count. Even against Arsenal, the fact that Havertz doesn't get sent off yesterday, a joke, when Simons gets sent off against Liverpool. The handball that Arsenal got against West Ham. We're cheering against West Ham. That's not a foul. That's a goal. Think about back to even against Arsenal, the Nottingham Forest, when I think it was Aina touched the ball and handled it inside the area. Like the amount, like the hair pulls and red cards, like it's just been so bad, like all the way around. So I don't want to complain and say that, look, we deserve the penalty, because you can't cry about that. But at the same time, they've been nothing short of terrible. For me, that's a pen. But I think what's even worse was the decision last week against Leeds. I think that one was more of a penalty than this one. But again, I could see it going both ways.
Nate, big up, man.
Oh, boys, I'm not going to be able to call on after the game. I've got a game myself on Sunday, but
Okay.
man, am I praying. So, oh Jesus, I won't even be
You're
able to
not
watch
alone.
it. So.
Trust me, man. We're in this together, bro. I'm telling you. So, like, keep your head up, keep your chin up, say your prayers, make sure you eat
Absolutely.
your greens, and hopefully
eat my greens and do my
man.
homework.
That's it.
Everyone in the
Alhamdulillah,
chat,
man.
have a good night. I'll
Big
see you
up,
guys
bro.
soon.
Peace
Take
and
care.
love.
Big up.
All right, who's next, man? Who we got on? It's George. Is it George? Big up, man. Big up.
Lads, how you doing?
Oh, good, man.
Great.
Not great. Not great. Yeah, not great. I don't know how it is on your side, but over here it's crazy. Cars honking, people singing in the streets.
I'm lucky I moved like even further away from London. Like I was never really anywhere near London, but I've moved even further away, and my God, am I glad. I mean, I haven't heard anything, but I live in like a little village, so I'm just I don't want to go out because I work out in public, and I'm not looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah. I was gonna say call in sick. I would lend you
Oh, I wish.
my code through the internet, but I don't know if it'll reach you in time. But yeah, man. Himothy, have you got any questions for him?
Can we start with a penalty? Can we start with a penalty?
Yes,
again?
we can.
As fully coys, I wanted that to be a penalty. As a qualified referee, the referee and VAR were actually correct in that situation.
Oh, talk to us, educate us.
That being said, I haven't actually watched the replay to double check. But if what they say is true, and they're watching a replay, so I don't see how it wouldn't be. Basically, they didn't book Richarlison. They booked Cucurella.
They book Cucurella. Ah, right.
And
Okay.
it was a foul, but VAR reviewed it and said the ball hadn't been played when the foul started.
No,
So that's
makes no
why
sense.
they couldn't give it as a penalty. But I swear to God, these referees, man, they're doing everything they can to not give us anything. That's the only decision
So
I
wait,
can
is it
say.
a foul or not?
They gave
Was
the
it penalty?
foul.
Was it a penalty? Is it a
It
penalty
was,
or not?
it was a foul, but because the ball wasn't in play, it can't be given as a penalty.
We've
So
been robbed.
the foul happened before the ball was kicked. Is that what you're saying? Or after?
Yeah, so the start of the contact,
Yeah.
VAR said the start of the contact happened before the ball was played. He went down when the ball was in the air, which
I
is
get
why
what
the
you're
Spurs
saying.
Spurs players like Maddison was incensed by it,
Yeah.
and I was as well. But then
Yeah.
like they did say it on Sky Sports, and I had it really fucking loud, so I could hear it. And that's what the VAR said. So just to clear up any confusion on that.
That's ridiculous.
No, I'm not saying
You're not convinced?
That is
I'm
ridiculous.
not saying everyone has to agree with what happened because, mate.
No, listen. I'm here to find out the
truth.
truth. I just want to know what happened.
Yeah, because we thought it was Richarlison who got booked. But if it's Cucurella who's got booked, they've acknowledged it's a foul. But because the start of it wasn't in play, but the main foul happened when the ball was in play, though.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they need to fix up. Like I've been listening to a lot of TalkSport this week, and a lot of just football pundits who haven't got anything to do with Spurs or necessarily like affiliated with one specific Premier League team are all saying up and down the country, including in Scotland, VAR is just a fucking joke, and something needs to happen because it's going to kill the game. And I remember sitting as a kid watching the game of football with my family, and we're into a sport called Speedway. It's a motorcycle sport. It used to be the second biggest sport in the country. Nowadays, you don't hear anyone talk about it. Everything has its endpoint of where it just drops off a cliff. And my stepmom was saying, when's that going to happen to football? It must be caused by money. But I think we're seeing what it's going to be caused by. I think it's going to be caused by just over officiating, trying to Americanize the sport, way too stop-start,
Yeah.
and just inconsistencies. And when there's so much money on the line, you've got to think it's not just within the club, within the teams and the league. The amount of money that's bet on every single game across the world. There's so much money involved that something has to be done. But anyway,
I wanted to ask
my
you
rant.
about the there was another foul where the arm goes across. Is it Jed Spencer's face?
Yeah.
from the lap.
He was lucky.
Yeah.
For me, he was lucky not
Yeah,
to
I
be
was gonna
sent
ask
off
you
for
as a
that
ref,
because it's
like,
the
yeah.
way he's staring at him and he's coming in real time. I saw it in
Yeah.
real time and I said that's a red card. Again, I'm biased, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna, especially against Chelsea, say that against basically any foul, even if it's a dive. Um, but when they showed the replay, I was like, this has to go to VAR. If it goes to VAR, he's off. If it doesn't go to VAR, I
But
don't
what's the
understand
point of
why it hasn't.
VAR?
And it
They
didn't.
just they
It,
just dictate
it didn't
games.
even go. It didn't even go to VAR. I didn't check it.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It's ridiculous.
They intervene when they want to intervene,
That's
and
what I mean.
then
What's the point of it then? If they just dictate results, they could just dictate the whole season.
yeah, because they could have intervened
It's
then
just
and said, "Look at it again. Look, have a look." So if it's an
The
elbow,
thing,
that has to be a red. No, I thought that was a rule. No, or am I wrong?
yeah.
Just looked at him and just elbowed him.
When VAR first came in, as a referee, I was proper excited for it. I thought this is going to be really good, but it has to be used right. And the way I was sort of envisioning it being used when it was first being spoken about was, let's say, a situation where a corner is given when it should have been a goal kick. That's the type of situation it should have been used for. And mistaken identities when they were giving out all these like yellow and red cards to the wrong player. That's all it should have been used for. Everything else, like what makes football so special is the fact that if a referee on the field makes a decision, you can celebrate it and not have to hesitate. Let's say a goal goes in, you don't have to hesitate to wait to celebrate it if your player was very close to being offside. And if it is the wrong decision, that's what you want to be talking about in the pub afterwards, not some bullshit woke VAR decision that's taken 4 minutes to review. But yeah, let's talk about the game.
Yeah,
Um,
I wanted to ask before you get into the game, real quick.
Go
I'm
on.
gonna get straight to the point. Are Everton gonna relegate Spurs?
I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous. I don't think we're going to win the game. I think we're either going to get a draw or a loss. But then, do West Ham have it in them after their game this weekend? Do they have it in them to go and get a win themselves? I'm not so sure. I don't necessarily think it'll be us surviving. I think it'll be West Ham relegating themselves.
Okay.
I agree.
That's
Okay.
the way I see it. But
Cool.
I went in today. I mean, I'm fuming based on the performance, but I went in today expecting either a 1-1 or a 2-1 loss. So it's kind of what I was expecting.
Mm.
But just the performance and the attitude, especially when that second goal went in. You guys mentioned it because I was listening to you guys and watching the game.
Yeah.
Everyone on the pitch didn't seem to care apart from Mickey.
Yeah. It's the attitude,
It's
isn't it?
just
It's the
attitude, man.
attitude, yeah.
It's like I said like back in December when I came on with Ben and Sim. People like Jed Spence, yeah, they might have like good flair here and there. They might be good in reserve, but they're the type of players who come on the pitch and it's there's a certain arrogance. They act like they're better than what they're being treated like. So, like, I don't want to pick him out, but Jed Spence is the one that made me think this. Sometimes you'll see him come on this season, and it's almost like he's acting like he's better than the club. It's just the way he walks around, his attitude, the way he carries himself. It's just the vibe I get. But I get it from so many of our players, and it's disgraceful. And it's the exact same thing that West Ham fans are complaining about, especially with like Jared Bowen.
Wow.
Attitude when you're in a relegation fight is the ultimate key. You need to fight for the badge and fight for
So,
the club and fight with everything you've got. Fight for your own pride.
with that aside, was there any like, because we lost 2-1, and obviously we've talked about the VAR or the lack of it, and
Yeah.
we've spoken about. Is there any like performances you were like slightly disappointed in? I know you spoke about attitude, but in terms of playing like on the pitch, was there like,
Yeah.
expected more from you? You kind of
Yeah,
didn't play
yeah,
well.
definitely.
Well, talk to me about those players.
Which one do you want to start with? I think the midfield all season, whenever they've been off it, we've been absolutely dog shit. When they've been on form, we have had some good games this season. But when they've been off it, we just haven't looked right. And I don't know what it is. It's the build up is only through the midfield, unless we've got Romero at the back pinging a long pass over and going through 1-on-1. That's how it seems. Like the midfield is so key and vital to play through. And then when we do play through it, the attacking has to be better. Like Richie today made that header when he was completely open, unmarked, and he's just put it
The offside one.
like 10. What was it? 10 yards wide.
Yeah, it was well off. It was well off.
How? I hope he's not upset about not being called up for Brazil because he didn't deserve it. And
Yeah.
I hope he takes a long hard look at himself in the mirror and realizes he doesn't fucking deserve it because he's been awful. Like I've never rated him, but today just infuriated me.
Some
It's
people
when you need
argue
it
though
most.
that he didn't have a lot of chances created for him. Would you agree or disagree
Yeah, I
with that?
mean that's what I was saying. Yeah, sometimes when like today, just there was no midfield. That like Gallagher, I was expecting a much better game out of him,
Yeah,
and it seemed like the occasion just got to him.
yeah.
Paulinho, I sing his praises as much as I can. I think he's a phenomenal player, but when he has an off day, it really affects the team.
Mm.
Really affects the team. And then Bentancur, I don't think he necessarily had a bad game. Poor, yeah, but not bad. And I think it was only poor because he was basically having to do everything himself.
Yeah.
None of the players until James Madison come on were dropping deep and demanding the ball. They were either just standing still, dropping off, or then they were showing for the ball and just doing a 1-2. Like they just didn't care.
I'm going through
That's
the
my problem.
we're going through the statistics as you talk, and
Mm.
Chelsea obviously they won the game 2-1. Possession they had 44%. We had 56%. Expected goals they had 0.63. We've had 1.72. Big chances
Yep.
they've had one. We've had five, and total shots nine. Total shots nine for us, so nine each. Goalkeeper saves two each. Corner kicks we've had four to their three, and a lot more fouls, more passes as well. Other than obviously,
There's a lot, doesn't it?
say again.
So those stats say a lot.
So
We
yeah,
should
what
have
do you
easily won.
interpret it? What do you interpret from that? What do you gather from that? Because the stats were
Just
saying that I don't know. It looks like we kind of edged it on the stats, but watching it, it didn't feel like that.
what were them XGs again? Just read them out.
So their XG was 0.63, and then our XG was 1.72. Their big chance they had one, and we've had five big chances, nine total shots each, two goalkeeper saves each, and then we've had one more corner kick than them, and we've had more
Yeah.
fouls. Yeah.
That just them first two, the XG, and the second one. My brain is fried.
Big chances, yeah.
Yeah, like just says everything about our attack.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
everyone's
I
going to
agree.
turn around and hate on Tell after today. I can feel it brewing because he's an easy target.
Yeah.
But the other two that are up top, Richie and he who shall not be named, um, they just they don't deserve to be playing Premier League football, let alone like PSG, for example. I don't get how he was ever signed there. It's phenomenal. Like these guys are so bad. How have we gone from Son and Kane down to this?
Mm, it's,
Like
it's hard. It's hard, man.
bring back Pavlyuchenko, bring back fucking Soldado for all I care. I think they'd do better than
Wow,
Richie in front of goal
Soldado.
at the minute. Mate,
Jeez.
it's honestly it is that bad. I struggle to see any positives. The only positive I
Hmm.
can see from today
Yeah. What is that?
are two positives. We're not fully out of it,
Yeah.
and Madison had more minutes, and when he came on,
Yeah.
he made a difference.
Yeah. 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 I agree,
But
man.
he came on way too late. Way too late.
I agree, man.
Like you
Mr.
guys saw it, I saw it.
Yeah, Mr.
Should have been
George.
10 minutes earlier.
I listen. I agree, man. But big up, man. Thanks for coming on, and
Yeah.
always lovely to hear your opinion. Such wise words there as well. Good insight as well about the actual VAR and the ref
Yeah.
decisions. Learned a lot there as well, man. But yeah, good football opinions as well. But yeah, hopefully we'll see
Well,
you again on the last day of the season on Sunday, and we can go
you will.
through. Hopefully, us staying in the league. Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. We're a
That's
little
what we
bit
can
more
do.
happy. I mean, I'm not going to celebrate it if we stay in, but I'll be
Relieved,
relieved if we
relieved. I
stay
think
in.
is the word. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Broski.
Cheers for having us on, boys. Have a good
Nice one,
evening.
mate. Cheers.
You too.
Come on, you Spurs.
Love and respect to manners. Big up, man. Bring on the next one, bro. Let's keep them rolling. Yes, Saya. Yes, Chris.
Hello.
How are you? How are you doing? I'm not how are you, but I mean, I don't know what to say in these awkward times, you know, these unprecedented times, bro.
I'll
Talk
leave you
to
one,
me.
I'll leave you one word to start this off.
Go for it.
We played poorly, but robbed.
Talk to me.
Robbed.
How did we be? How was we robbed?
Van der Ven, how's not a penalty, bro? How is the referee booking the player and not giving the foul?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Like
you're
booking, like, bro. I was like, how can you book someone but not give a foul? Like, you might as well have left him hard in your pockets, surely. Like, please, like, what is going on here? And this isn't the only situation that's happened to us. Brighton at home, Udogie should have had a penalty. Leeds at home, we should have had a penalty. Now tonight, what is going on?
I don't have the answers, but I mean, the young gentleman before, Mr. George, said that the foul occurred before he kicked the ball. But then, why is the yellow card given? That's my thing. I don't understand that part. But
See, this is my counter argument towards that. Yeah, when Tell whips the ball in, Van der Ven is falling to the floor with Cucurella pulling his arm back, and he's obviously the ball's even going towards Van der Ven as well.
right,
Realistically, with that area where he was in, so to me that's a penalty all day. If that's Chelsea on the other end there, Van der Ven's pulling over Cucurella, yeah, that's the other card and a penalty.
If it's anyone
Regardless-
but us, it's a penalty.
Thank you. It is, and it's not as if I hate blaming referees. I hate it, but it's becoming a common theme across the season, man.
so do you think there's a conspiracy to get Spurs relegated? Do you think?
It's not even a conspiracy anymore. It's a fact. It's a reality, in my opinion.
Wow.
It's probably like a 15-minute compilation of decisions against us.
Bro, all over X. There's Twitter compilations all over X, yeah, of 5 minutes, 10 minutes of Spurs getting robbed this season.
I've seen them.
How is that even possible? How is that possible, bro? How? But more on the game. I'm not gonna obviously just talk about that. I thought the performance after Enzo Fernandez scored was absolutely terrible,
Yeah, it was.
abysmal.
Yeah.
We played like a team that was already safe in the Premier League and we had nothing to play for. We just went out there and we thought we got 1-0 down, the game's done.
Yeah.
And that is sickening because these players need to wake up and realise that now it's gone down to the last game of the season to save ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah,
And-
you're right, man. There wasn't a lot of fight. I felt like there wasn't a
No, there
massive
wasn't.
reaction after that goal went in. You'd think that, you know, I saw Gallagher was fouling a lot, but you know, in that midfield, I thought it'd be more of a battle to win the ball. They played through our centre, the central areas. They
Yeah,
played
so
through us
easily.
so easily, like
So
cutting through-
easily, bro. I
cutting
agree.
knife through butter. And I was like, what's going
It
on there? Like, where's the defensive structure? How are they able to penetrate us so easily? Pause if I have to. But yeah, like, what's going on? But yeah,
No,
sorry,
but
carry
you know
on,
what?
man.
This what baffles me the most, yeah. This midfield play against Aston Villa at Villa Park, and in my opinion, that Villa side they fielded out on paper is a better side than this Chelsea side. So
Did you
why?
say that as
So
well, Timothy? Yeah.
No,
You
but
said-
I
you
can
said
hear
that.
it though.
Yeah.
I do somewhat
Like-
agree with that.
because look at Chelsea, but they've lost like what in the Premier League, apart from the one draw, I think they've lost by what 7 in a row. How can this midfield, compared to like that Villa game to today, be so different? Like with the same players, it makes no sense to me how the performance level just dropped. It's like I know it's Chelsea way. I know we never do well at Stamford Bridge, and that's obviously a massive factor. And we won what twice there in 35 years, or once there in 35 years, which is embarrassing. But still, like we've seen these players have the quality under De Zerbi. Where was that today? Paulinho, yeah, I love the guy. I love him. I love the passion. He was awful today. Bentancur, below average. Gallagher, is that the occasion got to him, like the previous guy said.
Timothy
And-
said that Paulinho was playing out of position. Not playing out of position, but he switched him over from the right to the left. Because you know he sometimes drops into right back. Or
Yeah, he does,
plays,
yeah,
as
doesn't he? Yeah.
plays as a right
Didn't
centre
notice.
back. But he's popping up on the left a lot in that first half. And he couldn't understand why. Do you reckon that could be the reason why his performance dropped today? I'm just trying to think of...
Maybe it's Udogie more support. I don't know, but Udogie had a horrible game
Yeah,
today.
he did.
Yeah, Doggy did.
He looked miles off it, man.
Yeah.
No pace. It looked so unfit. It was unbelievable. It's like he was actually injured this week, and we put him back into the team, forced him.
Yeah.
And it's all baffling to me, and this is why actually we're in this position that we're in as well. We have these players currently; they're so inconsistent. It's incredible. Sunderland poor performance, similar team. Brighton at home, very good performance, similar team. Wolves away, well, that was a poor performance. We got lucky there, realistically, to win that game.
Yeah.
Same as similar team. Villa away, amazing performance, similar team. Last week against Leeds didn't get our first gear. Even though we could say we played well at points. Leeds didn't get our first gear. In my opinion, is from what I was watching. And today was just embarrassing. Honestly, they saw West Ham losing the weekend and they thought, you know what, we can be a bit safer. We just play for the point. But no, we go out there, Tottenham fashion, play so casual, and we lose. And now, do you guys see us winning at home next week? We haven't won at home all year. Or even drawing, shall I say.
Off the back of today's performance, wasn't really encouraging. The only encouraging signs were Sarr
Maddison.
coming on and Maddison having that quality in that
He
final
has to
third.
start.
Has to.
Yeah.
Has to. That's an understatement, honestly. If Maddison doesn't start, then I don't see how he's scoring goals without without a moment, special moment from Tel or like Colin even. Like that's what we're dealing with right now. That's what we're dealing with. Like I didn't expect to win today. I didn't expect to win at all because I said we don't have quality in the attack to score goals to win games. But at least something, man. Like show me something. Show me that you're creating something. That Chelsea defense is so poor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
And it's
we
that
didn't really
Forest
get them.
put three past them without Gibbs White.
Yeah, I feel like Forest are levels. I hate to say it, but I feel like Forest are just. I don't know, man. Like,
As a team, they are.
Yeah,
Every
they
team
seem
is
like-
levels
they just
above
seem-
us.
Yeah, they just
There's
seem.
not one team which isn't levels above us.
It's just crazy, like, because I couldn't even finish the sentence. Do you know what I'm saying? That's how embarrassed I am. If I'm being totally
It is
honest.
embarrassing, bro. But even on paper, yeah, I know football's not playing on paper, but this current attack we have now with Tel, Moani, and Richarlison, their attack ain't great without Gibbs White. Who is it? What Igor Jesus has come out of nowhere to be performing at a critical stage. They had is it Murray Hutchinson?
Yeah, Hutchinson.
Who hasn't been that great for them this season, really. And there's been one more that I can't think of
They have
without Chris
Bakwa.
Woodby and stuff.
Yeah, Bakwa as
Oh
well.
yeah,
He's been alright.
Awani has not played all season pretty much. Or has he played? Or he's been injured. And they're scoring goals against Chelsea. 3 at the bridge.
But I think it's because it's the midfield controlling the game.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it's
Elliot
the
Anderson.
midfield.
And that.
Anderson's the difference. When you
And
got,
Sangare.
it's why we needed
It's true.
a top midfielder
It's
coming
true.
in. I think that's why they thought Gallagher would be that guy to help
But how,
change
man?
us. But yeah,
Like, but how could and
he
going
was
back to January window, yeah, how do you sell Johnson, your top goal scorer of last season? I do agree with selling him, I do.
Yeah,
But
so
then, why do you go and bring in Conor Gallagher? Like that there's no replacement in that. How are you replacing the
You know
goals
what
that
he
Brent
did?
Johnson gave?
And
I
for
tell
us?
Kudus
you-
gets injured.
I'll tell you what they did.
Yeah.
They went homegrown British for homegrown British. That's what they did.
Yeah, but you could just go.
They weren't
But
even
you
a
might as
thing
well
where
keep
they were
Brent
trying to
Johnson
fix the
though.
squad.
You might as well keep Brent Johnson. He's homegrown. He's British.
Yeah, but that's what I think. Because they lost one, they thought, oh, we need to get one back in now.
Oh,
Do you know what I'm saying?
Get a
That's
winger
the
then.
logical I can think of. Do you get it? But
yeah, but get a winger.
it don't
Get a winger.
make no
Or bring
sense.
Gallagher. Or bring Gallagher in and then bring a midfielder, a winger as well.
I hear
Don't
it.
go for. And you know what? Yeah. By the way, yeah. What was the point of signing that Sousa kid?
Yeah, I agree, man.
And that
I thought he looked like when he did come on.
He's
I thought
alright.
he looked all right, but we're
Yes.
not playing him. We're not playing him, so there's no point.
I don't get it. You don't get. He looks miles off it. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Don't play Spence left back when he's so predictable. Give him a chance, man. Look at I hate to compare. Yeah, Anfield he played well.
So what are you saying? You're playing him what next game? Last game of the season? You started the season dropping a doggy. That's what I'm saying. Like it's all well and good saying all
I
this
don't know.
now, but
It's
we've
the
only
thing
got one
where
game left.
Why did we go for him in January? Couldn't we not have done it?
Exactly,
What was
thank you.
important with that at all?
No, there was no point. There was no point.
But what was the point of signing that striker, Wilson? He hasn't he's seen the minutes. I mean, these strikers. I mean, he's someone to come on the pitch and
He's
do
already gone,
something.
I think.
Has he? Well, back to where's
Yeah,
he?
he's
Hearts.
going back. Yeah.
But this is what I mean, guys. Like, come on, man. We signed all these youngsters. Bergval, we didn't see him today. Gray, didn't see him today. That's 40 million on Gray. What a waste of money. I mean, it's good for the future, of course, but for now, to push on from.
If you go to the
from
championship, it would
first-
have been pointless. Signing
Yeah,
Gray.
of course. But it's all all of our signings
it, yeah.
since Kane and Son have left have been pointless if we go down. And they've been pointless anyways. It's embarrassing. And to be fair, for all of us fans, realistically, for me, in my opinion, it's actually a reality check as well that Kane and Son, especially Harry Kane, carried us for years.
Yeah, we did.
Because our squad, we had Longley, Sanchez, Dyer, Emerson Royale, right wing back, Sessegnon on left wing back. And we got top four with Kane and Son, obviously.
Don't
That's
forget
it.
about Solomon. Solomon, you know what I'm saying?
What's happened to him? What's
He's
happened
at
to him?
Fiorentina doing his thing.
But why are we running them out? Why?
Yeah, remember he couldn't
Like-
survive when he was here. He kept getting injured. This is a curse. of
No,
Tottenham.
but even when we had them under the first game with Ange, under him and Perisic,
Yeah, you got two
they'll
assists.
come on and making changes, making a difference to the game.
But
What, we ain't got wingers now.
Perisic is the difference. You see it. Perisic as a wing back is going to
Yeah,
give you space.
But now this is what I'm worried about. I'm very worried about next week, though. Honestly, I really am. I don't that. Everton still fighting for Europe. Is they still mathematically possible to get it, even though they
Yeah.
lost?
Mathematically, yeah, they can get it. So yeah,
We actually have to
They're
hope
not
that
on
these
the
dudes
beach.
sign.
They're not
I
on the
think we're
beach.
relying on Leeds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we
relying on
actually
Leeds. Yeah. But Leeds, remember what De Zerbi said? Listen, if you could do that against us, you should be able to do that for them, like to Leeds for West Ham, innit? So they don't.
Yeah, but
care
the
about
difference
that
is,
anyway. Yeah, they don't care.
But what the Serbi doesn't understand is clearly, then, if he's saying that, is that well, we have Tel Mwani and Richarlison, and they have Jared Bowen, Somerville, and who else they got?
They've
Who else
got a
is
front
there?
line. They got that.
Castellanos.
Yeah, that's it. the
Castellanos,
Argentinian guy.
Pablo.
And
Yeah.
Wilson.
Bro, that Castellanos scored a banger the other day,
Yeah, he did.
and he's actually decent as well. And they got Socha and a couple of goals.
They actually look like
They
were
actually
playing
do.
football, even though they lost their games.
They do.
I've watched the last 3-4 of their games. I'm like, right, you know what?
Yeah.
There was one game they got peppered 3-0 in it.
Yeah.
But I was
Newcastle
like, that
innit, the
wasn't.
other day.
No, not even that. Before that, I thought it was before Newcastle. They got beat 3-0.
Brentford.
Yeah, Brentford game.
But
And
against
I was
Arsenal,
like,
they were good.
Yeah.
they made chances. They created chances, and I said on another day, those goals go in. Do you get it? But with us, you can't say the same. So that's
No, you
why.
can't because we don't
And
create chances,
I
bro.
don't want to sound like a negative fan. I try to keep it upbeat, positive, but like it's real, isn't it?
I think half the team start for us right now.
Yeah,
You look at
100%.
Fernandes and Bowen as well.
But that's the worrying thing because obviously
That's
West Ham are
worrying.
they're going down, and we're recruiting
Yeah.
from a team that's going down. You know, and we've done it before. We did it with Newcastle. Remember we signed Sissoko. You know what I'm
Sissoko,
saying?
but he's actually decent, though.
Madison from Leicester. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Gone down, like we do this. We buy players that have gone down. Like this is the Tottenham
Archie
way.
Gray. Yeah, Archie Gray from Leeds. They went down, I'm pretty sure. They were down in the Championship.
I just feel like none of our signings work. But then you even look at like Xavi. He's not really had the greatest season. He's got the quality,
No, yeah,
but again,
it's
we
not
signed,
good.
Yeah.
we signed, I guess, a sort of established player.
Yeah.
At Chelsea, we look,
Yeah.
and then we just not got that.
Yeah.
And
No,
I
we
think
haven't,
I
until
think we were lucky
recently.
we had that player with Kudus, but then he then gets a 6-month injury.
So sad. It's so
Like,
sad.
I don't know what our luck is generally.
But,
Where we are.
And to this day, our worst signing is Solanke. Bournemouth have replaced Solanke with Ethan Nilsson, Junior Krupi, and it's a Krupi Junior, Ethan Nilsson, and that Rayan guy. Yeah. Bournemouth are scoring goals for fun.
Yeah.
Solanke, yeah.
don't
I
really
cannot
know.
stand him. I cannot stand him. Yes, he has a couple good games here and there, maybe. I've seen him have maybe one, maximum two good games in a Spurs shirt. That was Man City this season, where we drew 2-2, and maybe the Europa League semi-final against Bodo Glimt.
Yeah, but
But-
you must admit though, he does like do cool things on the anime thing, you know, like film shows and stuff.
Yeah, bro, we're gonna go down. We're gonna go down.
Okay, just me now. Oh,
Like,
cool, cool.
yeah, he does cool things anime, cool, but like, does that when we football
Okay,
matches?
get the point.
Does that when we football matches? No. But this is the issue of our but I said this before in here. I think after the Forest game, maybe they came in here, or after Liverpool, maybe I said that the club itself, the way they were run right now by Enoch, Joe Lewis, Vinay, Lang, them not deserve this money lost they're gonna get. Us fans don't. We don't deserve relegation. We don't deserve to be in this position right now. These that have run the club into
Right.
the ground. They got all that money from Harry Kane. They got all that money from selling a few players here and there as well. They've raised a lot of money, man. Concerts, NFL, and they don't know what to do with it.
No,
They're
they
signing
need to,
youngsters upon youngsters. Like
You know
Ange
what-
said,
I think what
he
it
wanted
is-
Semenyo, Gahey, and someone else, and they put Solanke, both out great.
Yeah,
Well,
but you're
that's not-
forgetting though, they need to focus
Hold
on
on.
building the hotel and that. You know what I'm saying? And they're thinking about building the cinema and yeah, man.
Sorry, was
the
it
bigger
like
picture, the bigger picture, bro.
65 million for Solanke up to 70?
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
That's
I
generally
think.
that's the worst signing in Ndombele.
Wow.
But yeah, he's a right club record signing. Like I think it was end up being £57 million, but like 70 million euros maybe, something like that.
And Ndombele was a baller.
He was actually.
But he,
He's-
but
was
he
a
wasn't.
baller.
But he, liked
But
the
he
burger
wasn't
too
scouted
much,
properly,
innit?
man. They didn't. Our scouts do not scout properly, yeah, because clearly he was never fit enough or didn't even have any enough sort of like care to be fit and to
Yeah.
play in the Spurs side regular. And it's sad really because normally they did have quality, but it's just Tottenham way. We
I don't-
have nah.
I don't think our recruitment or like our scouts are bad because you hear all these players that we nearly could have signed, but we don't go and do it. That's the problem. You
Because
look at
of-
Due, you
because
look
of
at
our wages.
Kavara.
Yeah,
have the,
it's because of our, it's because of our wage structure, bro.
Yeah, but then we break the wage structure for Gallagher.
Because they're panicking. They're panicking, bro.
My head's
They're
gone.
panicking. No, because it's true. But I agree with what you're saying, bro. Because a few seasons back, I remember before we started. Well, this is quite a long time ago, but it all started as well from when we had Poch and we was going for Sadio Mane. Didn't get Mane over the line because of wages, and then you have Dybala, image rights. They want to pay
Bruno.
£10 million for image rights.
I remember Bruno and Ruben Diaz.
You know that?
Yeah, Bruno Fernandes as well. Luis Diaz. Well, yeah, you're right. Luis Diaz, Bruno Fernandes. Bro, this we can afford these players, yes, on like transfer fee wise, but the wages no more than 200 grand a week. Piss off, man. This is why.
They're trying to the stadium, innit? So that's what.
This
Yeah,
is so embarrassing.
But this is still, but this is even before it. But this is happening before the stadium, bro. This is happening before the stadium. Even like what Hart Lane is happening.
No, of
Like
course.
this cheap wages, and it's just not good enough. Like this is why we've fallen off a cliff. Like we were battling for top four, even the title racing twice, FA Cup semi-finals, Carabao Cup finals. We're making it to. We even made it to a Champions League final 7 years ago. And guess what? 7 years ago, Arsenal came eighth, I think it was.
Yeah.
In the league, and they won the FA Cup or something. Oh no, sorry, no, they won the Europa League final, they lost 4-1, made it to Champions League final, yeah? 7 years ago, we should have noticed that, okay, cool, Arsenal on the downward slope right now. We should be taking advantage of this. Try and do something at least, man. Win some trophies, back Poch, yeah? And go on and compete in North London, yeah? Fast forward 7 years, Arsenal, we've spent similar amount of money as Arsenal, but their recruitment has been 10 times better, and their manager backing has been 10 times better as well. We've gone through, what, 7 or 8 managers in the last 7 years. They've stopped with one manager, and this is why they're up there where they are, and this is why we're down here where we are.
Yeah.
It's because they can actually spend money on one player. You look at Rice for 120 mil. When are we ever going to do that?
Yeah.
And we're not going to do that because the club are tight. They're tight.
But we're never going to get there then. Never.
We could be here to the cows sing on, man. Listen, we know the history of Tottenham, but brother,
We do.
we got more callers on the line. I'm gonna have to move it.
Yeah,
along.
that's sorry, I'll say it too long,
Big
but
up,
yeah.
Chris, man. It was nice chatting to you, man. Love every time, man.
As always, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Oh,
Take care, guys.
Link up
Take
Sunday,
care.
yeah? Alright. Cool. Bring on the next victim. And look who it is. Hey, it's Baza. What's going on, Barry? Talk to me, man.
Lads, I was ready to come on and apologise for all the things I've said all season about how crap these players are, how we're not getting relegated. But look what Tottenham done again.
Oh, is this I told you so?
No, mate, this is not. I told you so. I sat there. I didn't even cheer when Richarlison scored. I think I was just looking through the screen. That my wife said to me on the family WhatsApp group, "This is awkward." No one said anything for like an hour. We literally sat in silence watching this game of football.
Jeez. So
Chelsea not won in 7. Dr. Tottenham. By the way, Everton haven't won in 6 games.
Yep.
Going into Sunday's game.
You know what's going on there.
You know what's happening there. West Ham get an early goal. The stadium's going to go quiet.
Yep.
The nerves are going to settle in. We've won. We've got 12 points at home all season. 2 wins and 6 draws. It's absolutely pathetic.
Yeah.
Absolutely pathetic. And look, people will say about that penalty. People are saying the ball was in play, the ball wasn't in play, the tussle, it was before the tussle started, not when he was on the floor, whatever. Look, we know there's corruption. I'm not here to blame the refs because we clearly haven't been good enough all season and we weren't good enough tonight. I would have rather we went for it and lost 4-0 than we did what we did this evening, right? We were tepid. We showed no fight. We've just been showing what we've been showing all season, unfortunately. And this worry of, oh, don't worry, we only need a point out of the last 2 games, that's now becoming a reality. Because I'm genuinely concerned for Sunday's game now. Genuinely. And any Tottenham fan sitting there and saying, I'm not worried. Everton haven't won in 6. We're at home. Leeds are on the beach. Well, they weren't on the beach when they played us.
Yeah, it's true. It's true, man.
Um,
Any positives?
maybe they will. Maybe they'll turn it around and they'll prove us wrong. And uh, it could still go down to goal difference. Can you imagine us just staying up on goal difference? I mean, it's embarrassing, right?
It is embarrassing. Even James Madison's come out and said he's embarrassed to be in his position right now as he talks to the press. So, I mean, for us fans, for the players, we can't believe it's gotten to this. Do you know what I mean? But you said about, obviously, you reckon it could go down to goal difference if he do bow out. De Zerbi hasn't got the choice of bringing in players at the moment. He can only work with the squad that he has. Is there any way that the players, is there any like glimmers of hope that you can see from the players?
What glimmers of hope with Tell, Mawani, Richarlison? It took us an hour to get a shot on target. I don't know what you want to say anymore. Look, we have no options, but you know the fans have a choice. The person that's going to come on in a minute will say the fans have a choice. The fans have a choice to protest. The fans have a choice to stand up against everything. This isn't just happened this season. This is 20 plus years of lack of care of this football club. And you know, we were 17th last year. I hope for God we're going to be 17th this year, but actually I don't think it changes anything. I don't think it changes. You know, are we going to go out and spend a load of money because we've not got Europe? No, we'll probably wait a season and then spend the money if we're lucky enough to be in that position. But I don't know about you. I don't think I can watch on Sunday. It's going to be 90 minutes of just pure hell because it's going to be going backwards and forwards. Everyone checking their phone, seeing what's going on at West Ham. West Ham get a goal. You know, we've seen the stadium. We've seen it. We saw against Leeds. We started well, 15, 20 minutes. Then it went quiet.
Yeah.
Then we got that goal. Then all of a sudden, Leeds came back into it. And to be fair, we were lucky. You know, Kinski saved us. You know, the goal tonight. I don't know. It looked like it moved. What did you guys think of that goal? Was Kinski at fault, or he was in the wrong position, or what? Because that ball moved a lot, but it seemed he was caught flat-footed.
I'd more say like it was poor that he had so much space and time in that position to get his shot off.
But how many times have we seen it? 30. We've conceded the most goals from shots outside the box, 13 all season. Because we don't close players down. We just let them run and then we let them have a shot.
Yeah, this is it, man.
It's just I don't know. I don't know what. I'm genuinely lost for words. I don't know where we're going to go from here.
I mean,
do you know what I mean?
did you expect us to get a point? It sounded like you thought that we were going to lose this game, or did you think we were going to get a point?
More out of hope, but then when and we started the game so well, but
yeah, I thought so.
Then when we've got these players that we've got. I mean, Richarlison is just, there's no surprise that Richarlison and Mawani weren't picked for their World Cup squads. They're probably surprised. They probably don't understand why they haven't been picked, right? Richarlison, I'm going to put my phone down so I can concentrate at the World Cup. Mate, you're not even on the plane. Mawani, obviously, we know what happened, in the last World Cup final. He missed that chance and everything else. So, I don't know. Tell... Look, fair play to him. We had another first half, second half. First half, Tell was, and probably in the whole game, Tell was probably arguably our best player. But when it matters, that header at the end and then that pass across at the end, just the wrong decisions. It's poor decision making.
Yeah.
And me and Iggy were there for the Leeds game, and we were saying the same thing. It's poor decisions at the crucial moments.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get that with the players that we have. Maddison. I think Maddison has to start on Sunday, and I think we have to get the goals and get the game done. Because if we're in a position where we're chasing a game, you saw what happened tonight. What did we do the last 15 minutes? We didn't chase that game. We didn't. Maddison can sit there and say, he's embarrassed to be in that position. Van der Ven can look like he wants to like kill someone at the end of the game after that decision, but they need to be showing the fight and on the pitch before that, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I just don't, what are these players going to do now? They're going to sit there and go, well, if we play like those first 15 minutes, we'll be all right on Sunday.
Yeah, no, things need to change. But will it be too little, too late, man? Big up Barry, man.
That's all right, man. Everyone's dejected. I know it, man. You guys are dejected. We're all dejected. But this next person, I don't even want to know what this next person's going to say, because he's, Stelligation is still possible.
Yeah, he's going to come with some positivity. That's what he's going to do, man. But yeah.
Yeah. Not for what we all want, mate.
No,
but
no,
yeah,
of course
big up
not.
you two, yeah? Enjoy your evenings.
Yeah. You too.
You too, bro. All right, in a bit. Go on in. Let's have it. Let's be having ya. Hey, Stellios. What's going on, bro? Talk to me.
Stelligation in the location, guys. Stelligation in the location. How you doing?
You know what? Stell's smart, because he left London. He knew what was going to happen.
Oh, is it?
He knew what was going on. Because listen, if you were here with us, yeah, all you could hear was cars honking, people singing, bare Gooner chants, like in the middle of the game. And then to top it all, across the screen they flashed,
Oh my
Arsenal
God.
are now champions. Like,
My
you
head was
couldn't
gone.
make it up, bro. Like, it's crazy. I hadn't even left the studio. I put my phone on flight mode and looks what's going on. I'm trying to focus on the game, but you know the ones where you're like, focus on yourself, big man. But look, still, talk to me, man. I ain't got too long, bro. So you tell me, man. You talk to me. What have you got to say, man?
Cyprus strawberries are fantastic. The flavour,
They are good.
I say the sun. It's because of the sun, the concentration.
Yeah.
I get it.
it's the soil,
Yes.
the weather.
Yeah.
Look, first of all, big up, shout out to Alex Mitchum and his amazing wife, Becky. Went round their house this evening, had a few drinks. Becky made an amazing homemade carbonara. Then Alex and I went to the bar, watched the Spurs game, and it was such a great game that we spent most of the night talking about business, talking about things we got up to in the past. That's how great the game was. We spent the night talking about everything but football. But shout out to Alex and Becky. I don't know what fans expected, guys, right? I sat there with Alex and I said, we're going to lose 2-1 tonight. I predicted it on the Spurs 5, we're going to lose 2-1. Fans that thought, yeah, we'll go Stamford Bridge, we'll get a point, we'll go Stamford Bridge, we'll get... We were never, ever, 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 ever in a million years going to Stamford Bridge and getting anything tonight. We never get anything tonight. There's 4 things guaranteed in life. You're going to pay taxes, you're going to die, Tottenham will beat Man City, and Tottenham will lose to Chelsea, right? Those 4 things are guaranteed in life. That's how it goes. What we are to Man City, Chelsea are to us. And that's the reality of it. We were never getting anything tonight, guys. We were never going to do it, Spurs fans just get carried away or get caught up in the moment. I don't think we're going to go down, because I think we're going to get something against Everton. I think we're going to stay up because, De Zerbi hasn't lost a single game at home since he's been manager. Drew with Leeds, drew with Brighton, and we'll probably draw against Everton. And that's all we need. We need 1 point. Do you honestly think Everton are going to come to White Hart Lane and beat us? And West Ham are going to beat Leeds? And Leeds are a good team. I don't think that's going to happen. Spurs will stay up, probably on goal difference, and we'll celebrate like it's the Champions League final. We'll have a bus parade. There'll be smoke bombs and flags. Like, we did it. Yay. 17th place. Come on.
I mean,
Meanwhile, down the road, they'll be celebrating lifting their 14th Premier League title or league title. They'll be the Kings of England. They'll be celebrating what an achievement. 6 years in the making, sticking with one manager who's not even a good manager. He's all right, but they stuck with him. They gave him £1.2 billion, signed some good players, spent £100 million on one of the best number sixes in the world, Declan Rice. That's what you get when you run a football club properly. That's what happens when you run a football club the way you're supposed to run it. That's the rewards you get at the end of it. We saw Man United do it. We saw Liverpool do it. We've seen Man City do it. And now Arsenal have done it. That's how proper clubs are run. Meanwhile, at Tottenham, deluded that you think, not you guys, but deluded to fans who think that this club's run properly. You know, we don't want to protest. We don't want to boycott. We don't want to stand up to the owners. We don't want to stop spending money in the club shop. We don't want to do anything. As a fan base, we just accept it. We accept it. We accept it. And then what's going to happen next year? If it doesn't work, we'll accept it again. This is the problem, guys. This is the problem we've got at Tottenham. And if you dare do what I'm about to say, the fans are a problem. Tottenham Hotspur's fan base is a problem. You're the devil. Go and support Arsenal. Stell's a scumbag. Stell's a loser. No, I say it as it is. The clubs I just mentioned, Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal, they would never accept what is happening to our club. If what's happening to our club was going on at their club, guys, they would not accept it. But us, we're like, okay, next season, okay.
Yeah, pretty much summed it up, man. I haven't really got much more to say other than, yeah, you're right. I said, like, I said, who did I say it to? I think it was to Barry before you came on. I said, like, what was you expecting in terms of the result? And I think maybe for some Spurs fans, it might have been the performance. Maybe it was that. I don't know. But to be fair, like, you hit the nail on the head. Like, we're never going to outperform Chelsea despite how horrible they've looked this season. They still have the better quality. We were saying it when we were watching the watch-along. That's the difference between us and them. You can see they've got a £100 million midfielder there and there. We've got who we've got. We've got Gallagher, you know what I'm saying? So, and he got rattled tonight. So, yeah, man, like, it is what it is. You're right. We have to fight on, keep the hope and fight on for Everton. Sorry, go on, Stel.
Spurs will stay up, Ash. Spurs will stay up, bro. It's all drama, right? We'll probably be 1-0 down to Everton. 5 minutes to go. Maddison comes on, gets the assist. 1-1. Party. And then maybe we get the winner in the last few seconds of extra time. And the newspapers will say, Tottenham finally win at home. Just when it matters, they pull it out the bag. And, that's what's going to happen. We'll just about stay up. But the reality is, man, I'm sorry, people that tell me that Mateus Tell's a good player, he's so bang average, it's shocking. He's an average football player that gets hyped up because he looks good amongst an average front line. Richarlison is awful. I don't care if he scored an open goal tap-in from 2 yards. I couldn't care less. Both of you would have scored that goal tonight. You two in the studio would have put that in the back. I would have put that in the back of the net. Barry would have put it in the back of the net. Iggy would have put it in the back of the net. Sim and Ben would have put it in the back of the net.
Too far.
Anyone watching this show tonight, you would have scored that goal, right?
So clip that part.
Richarlison, his touch is lame. His passing is lame. He had a header. Not only was he offside, he missed the target.
That's crazy.
I'm watching this donkey up front, right? This pigeon of a player. How are you the number 9 for Tottenham Hotspur? Tottenham Hotspur, who had Greaves, who had Crooks, who had Lineker, Sheringham, Kane, Dele Alli, Heung-min Son, Klinsmann. What are we doing here? We've got Richie as number 9. And then you look on the wing, Moani, my God. I can't believe it. Horrible. I can't believe Moani. He's got lots of skill, but as soon as he gets to the final third, he doesn't know how to pass, when to pass, how to shoot, who to pass to, where to shoot.
Horrible,
that pass, that assist he gave Chelsea for the second goal, that's one of the best midfield passes I've seen to the middle of the park to assist an opposition. You will never see another team assist the other team the way Moani did tonight. That pass right there, that was a resignation. That was a resignation letter. That pass from Moani was a resignation letter. And then you've got Tell. He huffs, he puffs. There's nothing at the end of it, guys. He scores a world-class goal against Leeds. Big deal. You got to be consistent. Tonight, I saw him take a shot. It ballooned upwards and diagonally to the right, and I think it landed in Cyprus. I think it landed near my house. That shot. I've never seen such a buckish shot like it. Right? And I've got people saying, Mateus Tell, he's doing really well for Tottenham. Listen, the front line of Spurs is diabolical. It's shocking. But I will say this, and I'm not being bitter or trying to do it for controversial purposes. How in the fucking hell did we not get a penalty? That blatant push on Van de Ven by Cucurella. Blatant push by Cucurella. If that was Arsenal, red card, penalty. Come on, man. What's going on? You see Kai Havertz last night. Blatant red. Nothing. Tonight, are you telling me that wasn't a penalty to Tottenham Hotspur tonight, guys?
It's a conspiracy, bro. It's a conspiracy.
We've been ref differently the whole season.
Bro, when you saw it tonight and you saw the replays, because I never got to listen to your commentary because I was in the bar watching the game. But when you two saw that and you saw the replays, please tell me if I'm wrong. Like, correct me.
No,
Say
I was
that
so confused because the ref went and the commentator said they gave a yellow card to Richarlison. And we were here looking, Richarlison's running away. And then we see Van de Ven being pulled. And Van de Ven was like, why is Van de Ven? Why have we not got a penalty?
Oh, by the way, I've got to shoot off. I've got an early start. But you lot carry on. Big up. Love as always. You lot carry on. And we'll talk soon, man. Peace and love.
Yeah. Ash, take care of yourself, bro.
But yeah, I think like it's crazy. I don't understand how. So the commentator said that it was Richarlison who got a yellow.
Yeah.
But then obviously some guy, George came on and he said that it was Cucurella got the yellow. So then we're thinking, so how is it not a penalty? How can he get a yellow card but not get a pen?
Right. Do you know what? I'm gonna go on Sky Sports now. Right. I'm gonna see who got the yellow. I'm gonna see because I didn't get a chance to check this, so I'll do it now whilst we're on the. Yeah, Cucurella got the yellow.
So what's going on here then? They're saying that apparently the ball was not in play. But the start of it was not in play. But even though the main foul happened when the ball's in play.
So Cucurella gets a yellow for fouling a Tottenham player in the box, but there's no penalty for the foul.
They said apparently that because the start of it happened whilst the Tell didn't take the corner, even though the most of it happened, he went on the floor when it was in play. I can't be arsed anymore, honestly.
How can you book a player for committing a foul in the box, but there's no penalty for the foul that he's just been booked for giving away? Please explain this to me. What world we're living in now?
I said if there was any other team, they get a penalty. Any other team. It doesn't make sense. It's like it happens every week. It's like I think everyone thinks Tottenham fans are just saying it because we're losing and stuff, but it generally happens every week.
Listen, I'm the founder of Stellios, right? I want this to go down, crash and burn, ENIC to bury themselves in this failure, right? But even I come on these shows and I call out the refereeing, okay? Even I have to call it out because I'm honest. Honestly, when I saw that, I thought, that's a penalty. That's a blatant penalty. And do you know 100%. What? You put that penalty in the back of the net. It's 2-2. That's it. Tottenham have stayed up.
Yeah.
It's the unfairness of the whole situation, and it happens to we saw what's his name, Xavi Simons. He got a red card for that lunge from behind on the back of the Achilles, and you see Kai Havertz do worse. It was worse what Kai Havertz did yesterday. Nothing, you know what I mean? It's just, yeah,
Didn't
just
even
carry
tell him
on.
to go check the monitor. That's what I don't
Yeah,
get.
yeah, exactly.
But that's what I mean.
Exactly.
Then that just looks like VAR just dictates decisions. Then what's the point of it? Like they just dictate. Yeah, you don't even need to check the monitor. It's fine. It's not red. And we've seen it. Even Foden did the same thing. And you know what's even worse? It was It was that period where, in about 3 weeks, we had Ekatike push Romero and score. Colomani pushes Gabriel, disallowed, and then someone does it to Dragusin, and then Fulham score. How have we got on the worst end on every single decision in that period, in terms of the pushing in the back?
So I do a show called The Spurs 5, and every week, PGM, OL, and referees and VAR, it comes up every week. And I kind of get bored of it because I'm sick of hearing it. But the reality is, you can't ignore it because it happens too often. Like everything you just said is true. Every single week, every single game, there's always that one moment where you say, how have we just been done dirty like that? Why are we always done dirty every single game? It's just, but you know why I don't like talking about it too much though, because it deflects away from how bad the attackers at Tottenham Hotspur are. We have got the worst front three I've ever seen. I'm a bit older than you, so I saw Spurs in the late 80s, the 90s. And the 90s, we were terrible, by the way. And the last 25 years, the 2000s, this is the worst front three we've ever had. And we've had some bad front threes, but this front three is shocking. I've never seen an attacking lineup like this. Can I ask you, do you think De Zerbi, because I like De Zerbi, I'm really happy he's the Tottenham manager. Do you think De Zerbi, though, needs to stop playing with the front three when we've got so many bad forwards?
I said this to Ash. I said, and I wasn't even talking about just De Zerbi. I was also talking about Watuda. We have so many injuries. The only place we had players is midfield. Why have we not gone for more midfielders and gone more compact in midfielders? What I don't get, instead of playing wingers. I didn't understand that. Why have we not tried that?
Or play with, two strikers or one striker and let the fullbacks push up and maybe be the attacking wingbacks, stroke wingers, and they don't have to worry about dropping back too much because you've got more players in midfield to cover them.
We have more quality in midfield than attack right now.
Well, we've got more players available in midfield.
Yeah, and that as
look
well.
Look at the bench tonight. Bergvall, Sarr, Maddison. These are all midfielders. We've got no attackers on the bench.
You still have Gray and Bassoum on the bench as well. Who's not? They didn't even get on. That's what I mean. That's why it doesn't make sense to me why we're not using that.
Yeah.
Congest the midfield. Because you have Mawani. Like, I get everyone thinks he's bad. I understand he has been, but again, he's not a striker, and I get why he doesn't. Even though every footballer should know what to do, but cool, he's not a winger, so he doesn't know what to do. So he's an idiot. Whatever. When you look at the attack, Richarlison and Solanke, they both need to go. They're both just terrible. Richarlison's not a good footballer. He comes up with goals, he can score.
I wouldn't keep any attacker except for Mohamed Kudus. I'd get rid of Odebert, Tell, Solanke, Richarlison, Mawani. I would get rid of all of them. I'm not doing this bullshit. Oh, he's young. Give it time. No. The academy is for the young players to give them time and patience. Not to spend 30, 40 million pounds on players we're going to be patient for. At the end of the day, if you sign for Tottenham Hotspur, you've got to start hitting the ground running within the first 6 months. Otherwise, what are we doing? What is the point of this?
Yeah.
None of them are fit to wear the shirt of Tottenham Hotspur. None of them. Only Mohamed Kudus has shown that he's got something about him in the front three.
Yeah.
The rest of them, listen, if fans want to big them up, then don't cry and complain when Spurs are 17th every season or when we don't score goals. Don't cry and complain when we lose games because these are your forwards. These are the attackers that you support as a fan base. If you're a fan that agrees with me, I think you do, then, well done because you've got standards and you're not going to accept the absolute rubbish that I watch every single week up front. It beggars belief, man. But look, I know it's late. You want to go home and that, but I do think Tottenham will stay up. I do think they will stay up because I don't see a world where we lose at home to Everton on the
We've won
last
two, though.
day of the
We've won
season.
2 games.
Yeah, but we just need a draw, though.
I know.
All we need is a draw.
I think
De Zerbi's not lost at home
no.
since he's been here.
But I think what's going to happen is I just think West Ham won't beat Leeds. I think that's why we mainly stay up.
Listen, it's all in Spurs' hands, okay? All Spurs have to do is do not lose. Do not lose, and you stay in the Premier League. That's your mission. Don't lose the game.
But if we go into
And
a
West Ham-
situation where
West Ham have
score,
to win. They have. But West Ham have to win.
Yeah.
You know, they have to win. We don't have to. They do. So I just think there's too many things have to happen for West Ham to stay up.
Yeah.
I think Spurs. I think we're going to stay up on goal difference. I think we're going to stay up on goal difference in the end. And do you know what?
It's so embarrassing.
It's embarrassing, but at the end of the day, whether you stay up on goal difference or whether you stay up by 2 points, 1 point, it's all the same thing. If you, the aim is finish 17th. If you finish 17th, look at Arsenal. They've been the most boring champions ever. They've stunk their way to a league title. 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, corner kick, free kick. They're the worst champions I can ever remember. Do you think their fans care tonight? Do you think there's one Arsenal fan that gives a damn? Of course not. They're going to party all through the summer. They're going to rub it in our faces. So if we stay up being embarrassing, who's going to care? We've stayed up, right?
But it's just the embarrassment of being a Spurs fan at the moment. Them winning the league and we're here. It's just awful.
Listen, I'm not embarrassed, bro. I'm not embarrassed.
You're not embarrassed about us being it.
Who are you embarrassed to be around? When do you ever feel embarrassed? When you're in what situation do you feel embarrassed?
It's just about, I guess, being a Spurs fan at this point. Like, it's just I feel like we're just the worst team in the Premier League. We generally are. We play like it.
I'm embarrassed that Spurs fans don't want to stand up to Enoch. I'm embarrassed Spurs fans weren't chanting Lange out, Vinay out, Lange out, Vinay out. I'm embarrassed Spurs fans accept this rubbish. That embarrasses me.
I agree with what you said about how if it was any other top 6 club, they would not be having this. 100%. You're correct with that. Not.
Listen, a lot of things that I say really rubs fans up the wrong way and people don't want to hear it. But the reality is, every single year we go through this. Like every year we go through this nonsense. New manager, new director of football, bottom half of the table. Even when we win a trophy, sack the manager, still finish 17th. Everything we do as a club just seems to backfire on us. And it all comes down to one thing. It's the way this club has been run. It's the way Tottenham has been run, whether it's Levy, whether it's Joe Lewis, whether it's Joe Lewis's kids, whether it's Vinay, whether it's this person, whether it's Donna Cullen. Whoever's at the top of this club constantly runs it in a way that is a joke. And I'm embarrassed that fans don't do anything about that. That's the bit I can't get my head around. So I'm not embarrassed because when an Arsenal fan tries to banter me, I just say, yeah, but I want the owners gone. And they all say, yeah, you've been saying that for a long time. I'm like, yeah, I have. So they can't really say much to me because I keep saying nothing changes at Tottenham until they go. It's the fans that don't do anything. They're going to feel embarrassed because they defend this rubbish. Look, we're going to stay up. So it doesn't even matter. We're going to stay up and we're going to give the new era a chance. And I just hope if Tottenham do stay up, which I think they will, I just really, really hope that Lange is fired. Vinay isn't the CEO next season. If Vinay stays, but there's a good football director, then maybe Vinay gets a year to prove himself. But whatever happens, if we stay up, if De Zerbi isn't given the players that he wants, and De Zerbi isn't building the squad that he wants, then we might as well sack De Zerbi now because it's all going to end in failure. Because I'm hearing rumours that, we're going to sign Robertson. What, the same guy that the club wanted when De Zerbi wasn't here?
Yeah.
The same Robertson that we would have signed in January if Liverpool's wing-back never got injured
It's
when
probably gonna
De
happen.
Zerbi wasn't here. Well, there you go. So if we sign Robertson, that's not a De Zerbi signing, that's a club
No.
signing. So you know already where this is going to go if that happens. You know?
Yeah.
I hope we don't sign Robertson, because if we sign Robertson, that means De Zerbi's being given players. He's not asking for what he wants and being given those players. I want De Zerbi to be in charge and the new football director to work with De Zerbi.
No, 100%.
If I don't see that in the summer,
I don't think that's going to
I don't care
happen.
less about next season. Well, then we'll be back here again, unfortunately. We'll
Probably.
be back here again, whether it's in 6 months, 12 months, 2 years' time, we'll be back here again. Every Spurs fan deep down knows how this plays out. So
We just need a major
let's see, though.
rebuild. Everywhere. Not even just players.
You can only
Everything.
You can only rebuild if the board changes its behaviour. You can only rebuild if we have a proper football director that works with the manager and them to control the ship. We can only have a rebuild if the fans have standards and the fans hold the board to account. They don't just accept what happens. Until those things change, nothing's going to change. I've seen this story too many times, but look, we were never going to win tonight, so I'm not surprised. We're going to get at least a point against Everton, and Tottenham will be in the Premier League next season. I don't doubt it. I honestly, I'm not just saying it for clickbait. Spurs will stay up next season because we will do just about enough against Everton.
I hope so, man. I can only pray, honestly, because it would. I know you believe in the relegation, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't think anyone truly knows what can happen.
We're gonna stay up. We're gonna stay up.
Okay, I'll believe you.
Listen, I'll come back on after the
Okay.
Everton game, and we can all talk about how we just about survived.
Okay, I'll put my trust in you.
All right, bro. You have a
Thank
good
you.
night. Safe journey home.
You too. Oh dear. Oh. Are we going to stay up? I think that's a massive question, really. It's a massive. We have to somehow get a point, and I'm just worried that we won't. Imagine we go down 1-0 and then West Ham also score a goal. I just feel like we won't handle the pressure. If we learn about the score and the score goes in the ground, I don't know how we're going to deal with that. But I guess we'll see. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Come on, you Spurs.